Welcome back to R.A.I.N. This is part 2 of my video series labeled Social Engineering. I had left off on part 1 with talking about projects, especially those on the East Coast. I want to expand more on a project situation. If you were to, let's say, an outsider. I mean, most of the people that lived in the projects, they know what it is. They know what the usual setup looks like. But for someone that's grown up in the suburbs or whatever, you probably don't know too much about the projects. But there's limited entrances and exits to go into those buildings, and those buildings are like 10 to 20 plus floors high. And so if something were to happen, it could be a lot of deaths in that building. All right, that's what I was getting to. But anyways, once you come out those projects, let's say you just on the ground level, you on the street, not too far from these projects, you will see liquor stores and you will see churches. The liquor stores, they are there on purpose. I mean, anybody could try and dismiss it if you want, but no, they're there on purpose. They know our people will get into that alcohol. Well, some of us will get into that alcohol. And once you start drinking alcohol, you lose your temper, you commit a crime, you get locked up, or you get shot and killed, whatever. It's all engineered to be that way. Trust me. For the people that don't know, yeah, trust me. For the people that don't know, yeah, you know what it is. Churches. There's churches everywhere. And that's one of the biggest rackets on this land right now. The churches, they get you in there. They promise you something that you can only receive after you transition. But for the time being, they'll take your money. And some of the preachers and pastors, whatever, they're lacking some scruples themselves, because some of them get caught money laundering schemes, having extramarital sex, and stuff like that. Excuse me. Yeah, most of the churches, and if they're operating under a 501c3, they won't be able to speak on anything involving government. And yep, they're part of the social engineering atmosphere also, because that's a way to keep track of the people. The more people that attend those churches, it's like you know where the people are. It's like I said before, it's a way of keeping track of the people. So like a shepherd guiding the flock. All right. Another thing I want to cover. The drugs and the guns that's in these areas, in these major cities. Check it out. There aren't any gun factories in Brooklyn. There's nobody growing poppy seeds in Compton, and coca plants. I mean, who's growing that? Who's growing that in any of these other hoods? Who's growing that? No one. Who's processing any of that stuff? No one. That stuff is coming in, and it's just flooding. It's flooding our streets. I mean, all the cities. Milwaukee, Chicago. I mean, all across our land. I mean, everyone knows this, but I have to speak on it. Let's see. Another thing, welfare system. This was definitely geared towards our women. In order for them to get on the welfare system, to take care of their children or whatever, the man cannot be inside the house. A lot of us already know that, but some of the new people might not have caught on to that. But that's the truth. The man cannot be inside the house in order for the woman to collect welfare. Um, feminism. That's another tactic that's geared towards our women, and they have this. They give the women an idea that they could do anything, that they don't need a man, that they're equal to a man, and all that good stuff. No, you're not equal to a man, and no one is greater than the other. We're both different. We both complement each other. All right? We complement each other. No one's greater than the other, and we're not equal. We don't have equal strength on average. We don't have equal strength. We don't have equal speed. I mean, we are physically stronger and faster than most women. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, you do have women that are out there that are very fast, but I mean, if you race the fastest woman against the fastest man, who's going to win? All right. So we complement each other, and our bonds were so strong that they had to create a system that was geared towards our women to rip our families apart. And they wouldn't allow our men to get jobs in order to support families. I'm not going to say families, but our loved ones, our kindred. But it's all engineered. It is all engineered. And let's just go down the rabbit hole even further. Man can't get a job, and if he resorts to unscrupulous behavior in order to try and feed his wife and his children, more than likely he'll get arrested, and the court system will try him under the Negro Acts, which they still follow to this day. The woman is left alone with the children, and she winds up being on welfare. So I mean, they have it. They have this system down pat. And if you're new, if you're waking up, you need to know this. You need to study it, and you'll see for yourself. And one thing, if you have any colonizer friends or anybody like that, and if any colonizers are watching this video, that victim guilt card that you try to throw on our people, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Especially with me. Especially with people that's like me. Because we study a lot and we see. There's a lot of history. Alright? A lot of history. But I'll get more into that in the next video. For now, I'd like to say peace.